So I was trying to drive one morning when I wrecked my Malibu. It was a 66. I was dropping off a book. And saw this. It must have been 9:30 before we left Calistoga and night came fully ere we struck the bottom of the grade. I have never seen such a night. It seemed to throw calamity in the teeth of all the painters that ever dabbled in starlight. The sky itself was ruddy, powerful, nameless, changing color, dark and glossy like a serpent's back. The stars, by innumerable millions, stuck boldly forth like lamps. The Milky Way was bright like a moonlit cloud. Half heaven seemed Milky Way. The greater luminaries shone each other clearly than a winter's moon. Their light was dyed in every sort of color, red like fire, blue like steel, green like the tracks of sunset. And so sharply did each stand forth in its own luster that there was no appearance of a flat star-spangled arch we all know so well in pictures, but all the hollow of heaven was one of chaos of contesting luminaries, a hungry burly of stars. Robert Louis Stevenson, The Silverado Squatters, 1883. So I just took you to the little creek where he sat and wrote that. And that was on his way out of this valley to go home that night, probably. St. Helena. Empty on a Sunday. Kind of how it was when I was growing up, all quiet. That's how big that is. Painted on a flag with the stars. I had to drop off a book at the library. And we're off on an adventure. So I thought that was a good way to start it. We're gonna go get some gas. We're gonna head south. I think along Highway 1. So take a wander with me. If you feel like it. We're off on another quest. We're winding our way through the middle of the night, out to the coast of California, and then down to where the beaches are all huntable and the populations are high. And those lights there are the lights on top of the bridge that goes across the Carquinez Straits. And Oakland and Berkeley beyond. Off down the road. Look at Oakland at night. Isn't it beautiful? The Robin Williams Center. Favorite comedian. We are crossing the Golden Gate Bridge. That's the weirdest thing. I don't know why those two waters are different. One seems placid and the other seems darker. There's almost a rip line there too. Those are birds flying back and forth. That's kind of strange. When I first opened my eyes I thought I'd seen a tsunami roll in, but see all the birds out over it too? No. Don't know. So we are out at some of the battlements. This is where I stayed the night, kinda. This is where one of the huge guns would have sat that overlooked the San Francisco Bay to protect it. Big old swivel gun, if you can imagine that. That's how small I am on it. And this is actually a smaller little sighting turret that you can see there. But there is what it would look like from this side. Just a huge chunk of cement. These are all battlements along here. And this is the mouth of the Golden Gate coming in here. Those are international ships. Coming into the San Francisco Bay. So this whole headland is actually hollow all over here, all the way around and on both sides. There's Nike missile spots on both sides of this harbor. I've been to, at least a dozen of these gun emplacements. There's the beaches down below. There's the bridge. So I'd get you guys a good close-up view of the harbor. And there's forts on either side that date back to the Civil War. So no matter what was going on, they had means to protect it and reasons to. On the horizon, either leaving or coming from far off in the world. And there's the California coast winding north. And around this, we're on kind of a big peninsula head. As you get around, it just drops down. That's where we're headed, Pacifica. I hope you're ready. The state beaches. This is national seashore, so it's a no-hunt zone. It's a beautiful day. I'm glad I got here. I got this captured. You can see the back side of the structure has actually got way more going on with doors and entrances that go all in. And all through these woods you can just see the tops of turrets and workings and tunnels and vent shafts. Both sides, well in and well out of the bay. Really impressive. Here's a fair use shot of the guns for you. That's what would have sat there swiveling around. Pretty awesome. I wonder if we're supposed to be here. Sure we are. Look. This one still has the gun on it. Holy moly. The stairs going up. Just like any other fortress has ever been. Look at this. I've never actually got to see one. These are the anchors where they, I think they anchor the thing on there. Keep it from ripping out of all this or something. The gun is still here. Holy moly, come on. It smells like grease. See, you unlock that puppy, you can do some damage. Just kidding. It's the end of it. It feels like it's hollow in there too. Come on, that's pretty cool. Look at just the platform that you climb up to work this puppy. Steer it like a ship. Here's the back of it. Fire! So that would articulate up and then lob stuff out and blow up ships outside. And look at the doors on everything. Big steel doors with big rivets. Just slide and slide back and lock. There's another one of those. Those aren't for tying horses up. Look at that door. Look at that hinge. Pretty awesome. Come on, we can climb under it a little bit. You want to? Why not? Look, there's the, just like a jack. Start spinning. There's the actual back of the cannon. Wow, these are like shock absorbers. Look at that. Oh, the whole thing's like a shock absorber. It's crazy. It's crazy. And then there's the barrel going out there. Man, that's a big gun. It's the biggest gun I've ever held. Okay. Awesome. Well, no disrespect, we just want to look at you. The port guards. Holy moly. And these whole buildings, everything here is set underground. You see just the roof sticking up. And then just the normal city that are beyond. In the back of this is all soldier housing and Presidio. These are steel things that open up. This would have been, if they were under fire, this is the side that you hang out on. I do not believe they ever came under fire. Here's the next gun, but its gun is missing, and there's a dozen of these structures along here, so pretty cool. Uh-oh. Suicide Club was here. Well, that's your way in if you're curious. Each one of these hills is actually hollow underneath too. But I wanted to show you that besides the two side pins, which there's one there, there's the round spot where the gun sat. See all the front pins? And back pins clear across there. So they were chaining down a dragon for sure. Where's that hole go? Yikes. Yikes. Wow. Sorry, I was driving by. I've driven by these my whole life. I was wondering how authentic they were. You can see it's, you see the board marks, how skinny each little pour was as they went up. That's where you have a board and you pour into it. So this is like cast cement. Wow. I didn't realize how gigantic it was. You see those gear tracks on the top of the whole thing. Right in there. Wow. Crazy Raven. Ooh, ooh, ah, ah. Ooh, ooh, ah, ah. I should have called you Monkey Bird. I don't know, this guy's a character. I could listen to him talk all day long. He's soapboxing here in the park. You can pull right up to the side of either of these and walk right out to them. This is the other one. It looks like it's been more restored. Look at the doors, just the doors. That's incredible. Wow. Are they this big all over the world? Is this how large they are? I mean, that's insane. We're entering the town of Pacifica, and from here down, beaches are fair game and loaded with human beings depositing targets. I love this feeling, getting to a new beach, never being there before. I love just traveling. I love motion. I've been that way since a kid. Okay, we've come down the peninsula. Yeah, look at somewhere there is the mouth of the Golden Gate, and then you can see California stretching up the coast, and we've been all up there. It is like a really high tide right now, so we're gonna have to try and go beyond that and see if there's any beach. But that's what it looks like for me, so that's what it looks like for you. Let's see what we can find. Man, it's been a long hike. And about 10 coins. All of them modern, but they've been laying here for a while. This is a penny, US 1 cent. I can't see from when. Been here for a while. It is a beautiful day. I think we're gonna wind down over this hill into the next beaches. I'm gonna finish walking it out, but it is big. And I found a couple of quarters, so there's things here. I feel like a little fish in a big ocean. So I think we'll move to a smaller beach with more condensed people areas. What say you? You can see that is a massive long beach. Really sanded in. I'm getting about a target every half a mile or something. I feel like going to get some water and food, and then I want to head south, and we'll hit up the next beach. And I'll see you there unless there's an awesome view or something along the way. Whew. So damn, the sun just isn't doing it. Remember, bring your water. Wow. Well, the next one looked like a dream come true. You could barely get in between the beach towels. I couldn't find a parking spot. Looked like it was $8 to park. I know that's not a good excuse for if you're sitting at home, you're like, come on, man. But I don't know. Trust me, I'll get us onto something good. Wow, things change. That's the way you used to go down the coast. And now they've made new tunnels. Okay. Haven't been in these. This is Highway 1, so. A little farther down, that's the way you used to come through the mountains. And you can see they've redirected it all. This is the portion that keeps falling away on them from here. But a good view. And then you can see more battlements up here. You can see how much the ground has eroded on them. And more World War II battlements aiming out towards what was then our enemy of Japan. So I guess now that's a parking lot, and you can walk and bike along the old road and stuff. It must have slid away real good on them finally, and they just stopped trying to put it back. I wonder if we lost the beach that was in between here and there, though. I guess you can walk to it now. So, one of the biggest urban legends that you'll hear, and that's not really in any big books or anything, is that when they filmed The Lost Boys, which was the movie about the vampires, and they said it in the town, but it was basically Santa Cruz renamed, or a version of Santa Monica or Santa Cruz mixed, and they're in a cave in it at the bottom of cliffs. And I've heard from people who lived in San Francisco and stuff that it was where there was a hotel that had once sat on a cliff and had staircases all the way down, and the whole hotel had collapsed into the ground, and that was all that was left. But I'm not sure if that was true. It's just a legend. Well, I'm enjoying myself, and the scenery is beautiful. I think I found 4 coins on this beach, and that's about it. Okay. We just went and touched that far wall. Protected all the way back. Climbing up this to the top. And we're gonna head down the coast. Try and sneak around a little Air Force base, and I want to show you guys something cool. Okay, so here's my theory, and it's just based solely on observation. I don't think there's very many targets on the beaches down here because everybody is basically naked. So, I don't know what to say. You know, they like leave their cars naked. There isn't much to lose, folks. That's all I'm trying to say. I'm not being weird. This isn't a lot to lose. I've summarized the situation. Okay, lots of beer caps, beer bottles, drinks. As far as clothing and jewelry, minimal. We're in minimal zone. So, I don't know. Maybe it's that area of beaches where people almost swim, but they still have a lot of clothes on and jewelry, so they lose it. You know? Okay, I'm going to take you somewhere cool for the next spot. 1995, when I went out to the North Shore. Well, I guess I could start the year before that. And when I graduated high school, we had just lost Mark Fu, which was probably one of the world's greatest surfers that ever lived, and was in his prime. And I got out to Oahu, not being a surfer, but knowing of him, and ended up staying with his family, who owned the Backpackers Hostel on the North Shore at that point. And, oh, it's a small world. So, the thought of going out to Mavericks to metal detect, I don't know, I'm wondering, can you drive out there now? You ever heard that song, you know, Deadhead sticker on a Cadillac? You can never go back, you can never go back. So, I'm headed south. So here's where we're going to do our last try of the day. And big old awesome beach. Looks like there's been lots of people on it. Everybody's going away. It's finally cooler. We just go work around all these little log houses and stuff to start with. And then the swimming areas and out to the main beach. We got till sunset. It was $8. Let's go see what we can find besides the turtle's back. Look at that. There's signals everywhere. Awesome. Okay, after all day long of steep beaches that were sanded in, this one is like hard packed, populated, layered up. It's got an active stream, even an active cut as far as you want. Upper, you know, steeps, and then it's just so flat. It's so flat. And I'm doing a big old spiral pattern. Got one thing. sunset. That's us. We gotta go. I think we're heading out towards Reno from here. Well, we are in San Francisco. I pulled over to use my MapQuest. I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna head north diagonal across this entire state, and we're gonna get out of all this crazy urban area. We're gonna go way out to the mountains, and I got these locations for crystal hunting. Huge citrines, amethysts, supposedly everything there. So we are going to head towards Reno from San Francisco. So if you want to, just go ahead and lean back and get some rest, and I'll wake you up when we get there. It's gonna be a long night.